And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 29 of the MTVM podcast. I am your host, Diego Coya, and I have a very strong feeling that this might just be the shortest episode yet because we don't seem to have that much topics. I know I said that last week, but it's honestly been a very slow week in terms of entertainment. But with that being said, I still feel like we'll have a good episode. And yeah, I'm excited regardless. Double Nine is not here right now. He's having some problems with his laptop. He'll join in when he can. But in the meantime, I'll have the show going. And then when he comes in, he can share his topics and all that kind of good stuff. But I'll give my introduction real quick. Like I said, I'm your host, Diego Koya. Always happy to be here. I think tonight will be a good episode despite the lack of topics that we have. But still, we're going to have a good time and it still shall be good. So, would my other co host like to do his introduction?
What's going on, guys? Andrew Hayes here. Episode 29. Honestly, I lost track like a while ago over what number we are on. But like, damn, 29. It feels like it hasn't felt like we've done it for like this long. But anyway, very excited despite the fact that it's probably going to be our shortest episode. Have some pretty interesting things to talk about still.
Yeah, definitely. We have Luke Jeffers in the live chat. Hello. He says, looking forward to my 23rd birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy early birthday. Hope your day tomorrow goes pretty well. And yeah, and thank you all for watching. For those who are watching right now, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. All right, with that being said, let's get started. So we always start with movies. That's like the first thing we have. Uh, that we I have only three movie topics today. So the first thing I want to go over is what I usually go over, which is the box office results regarding Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a summer blockbuster that lots of people were anticipating. So, of course, it was to no surprise that it made a lot of money at the box office. Now, before I start and tell you what the results were, I would like to start off by saying that Jurassic World, the one that came out in 2015, was a huge box office success. Like, it made 208 million opening domestically, and it reached over the $1 billion. So it's like in the top 10 movies that has made the most worldwide. So it was a huge box office success. So how did the second one do? Well, opening weekend, it made 148 million, which is a lot, but it's a very huge drop considering how much the first one made, which was like 208 million. Domestically, right now it's at 181 million, and foreign, it's 567 million. So right now it's at 748 million worldwide, and it's not
Damn.
even the second week out. Yeah, it's gonna hit a billion for sure. Like, there's no
Oh
way.
yeah, I didn't doubt for a second that it wasn't, just because really something hitting $1 billion really hinges on the casual movie going audience.
Yeah.
The casual movie going audience more than likely is gonna see the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Oh yeah. I just didn't expect it to be at 738 million like already. You know what I mean?
Well, when Avengers Infinity War, I remember that being like close to like a billion, like almost opening like after opening weekend
Yeah.
worldwide.
So
Like it was like I think maybe 900,000, which was, or 900 million, which was insane.
yeah. Yeah, and this is, like I said, no surprise that it's doing really well. But yeah, so there is no question that we'll be getting a third one, despite your thoughts on the second movie. We'll be getting a third one, and that's that. Uh, I guess I'm not surprised. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the movie, to be honest, so that's why I'm not like too thrilled about it. But what can you do? I mean, it's not a surprise. So, do you have any thoughts on the box office results?
I mean, again, I'm like you. I'm not surprised. This is a Jurassic uh Park movie. I mean, it's a Jurassic World movie, but it's a Jurassic Park movie. I mean, Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World, before The Force Awakens came out, I remember it shattered the that like shattered biggest opening weekend, biggest fastest to a billion. And later on in the year, I mean, it has been broken by Avengers Infinity War, but I remember that was a huge hit, made a ton of money. The only movie that year I believe that made more money was The Force Awakens. And so I'm not surprised it's doing this well in the box office because, I mean, people who usually aren't going to go see movies are going to go see this one. And, yeah, like you, despite my feelings on the second one, if you want to know in depth why I felt that way, go check out my review on my channel, #shameless plug. But yeah, we're getting a third one. We're just gonna have to deal with it, and hopefully the third one will be the last one.
Yeah, we'll just have to see because then they can do spin-offs and they can just do whatever they can. So.
What is up, Double Nine?
Yes, finally. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm going good. Okay. Apologies, everyone. My internet on my laptop, at least, was being an asshole and wasn't connecting. But finally, it's fixed, and I'm here.
Wow.
So hello. Welcome to episode 30, I believe this is. We're on the
29.
Wait, what?
29. Episode 29.
29. Episode 29, people. It's me, Double Nine. All right. Back to where we were. Okay, so where are we at, actually?
We haven't even gotten off our first topic, so you came in the nick of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was talking about Jurassic World's box office results.
Okay.
So domestically right now it's at 181 million. Worldwide it's at 567 million. You add that all together, it has a worldwide total of 748 million, and it hasn't been out a week yet. So it's doing pretty well, which isn't surprising in the slightest because it's a Jurassic World movie. But do you have any thoughts on that?
Like you said, not surprising at all, considering this is the Jurassic Park franchise, and stuff. I mean, the first one made over $1 billion. I believe the second, the third one did good too, and then of course, World was like the biggest hit of 2015. So this doesn't surprise me in the slightest. So yeah.
Yeah. So we have Danny Z in the live chat. Hey, what's up? He says he doesn't care for the new Jurassic World either. Ellen Sammy's online. Hello, Sammy. Thank you for watching. All right, so that pretty much concludes my first movie topic for Jurassic World. No surprise, and we'll be getting a third one without a question. Okay, so my second movie topic is trailer discussion. I only have one this week, and that is for The Predator. Now,
same. I got this is actually one of my topics too.
All right, cool. So then you can join me. So I talked about the teaser trailer, I want to say a couple of weeks ago. The teaser trailer premiered online, and it seemed like everyone was not a fan of it besides very few people. I was one of the few people who liked that teaser. So
yeah. The teaser was good.
So we have another trailer. It's not a teaser. It's more of like a full-length trailer. It's like clocks in at like 2.5 minutes or a little less or something. And I gotta say, I am looking forward to this movie. I don't think it'll be on like my top 5 most anticipated of the fall movie season or anything, but I'm liking the vibe for it. I think the trailer looks pretty good. I like the concept of it, and they have these new type of predators, which looks pretty cool.
Yes.
And yeah, in terms of the Predator movies, I love the first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think it's a great movie that you could watch anytime, and you'd be like, yeah, I mean, this is awesome. Sequels aren't so great. And the Predators that came out 2010, I thought was just okay. So I'm really hoping that this will be the best Predator film we have other than the first one, because we have Shane Black directing the Predator. And I know Iron Man 3 is polarizing, but you have Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and The Nice Guys, 2 movies which I think are really good. And this is a very different movie than those, but I like the trailer. I know there's some people who still aren't completely sold on the movie, but like I said, I think it looks good. I don't think it looks like the best movie of the year or anything, but I'm excited. So if you guys have anything you want to add or have any other thoughts, you guys can go ahead and say them.
My thoughts on this trailer, I thought this was 1,000 times better than a teaser trailer. I didn't hate the teaser trailer. I just thought it kind of looked really meh. but I felt like this trailer showed more the potential that this movie has to offer. This definitely looks like, in my opinion, that it's gonna probably be finally a good Predator sequel. Because I love the first one like you. I think the first one's great. Second one's pretty bad. Predators was decent. I didn't mind Predators.
Yeah.
But you know, I hope this does become the best Predator movie we've had since the first one. You know, it looks really cool. I like a lot of the action. It actually looks like a Predator movie.
Yeah.
I also thought this line had me dying. Keegan-Michael Key's character goes to I believe the top of Jane's character. Hey, your mom's pussy is rated E for everyone. Like I thought that was just I thought that was funny. But yeah, it looks really cool. It's directed by Shane Black, who of course did Iron Man 3, which I know is a polarizing film, but I enjoyed that a lot. And The Nice Guys, which was awesome. I thought that was a great movie.
One of the best movies of 2016.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I do have a lot of faith that this movie could be possibly the best. I'm not saying it could be one of the best of the year, but I think it could at least be the best Predator sequel we've had ever, actually.
Nice. And do you have any thoughts, Andrew?
I have not seen it, so I have nothing to add.
Cool. All right, and my last movie topic is regarding, it's like more of an announcement than anything. It's regarding the new Spider-Man film and its title. We have a new title for Spider-Man, and that's
my other movie topic.
All right, so
great.
Spider-Man Far From Home will be released next July 2019. So yes, sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, as far as what does the title mean, not sure. Obviously, I mean, it's hard to tell what it definitely means because, you know, we still have Avengers 2 coming out. And with how Infinity War ended, you know, the one that came out a couple months ago, you know, it kind of makes you wonder what the hell is going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. You know, I know Jake Gyllenhaal is still in talks for being Mysterio. I'm praying that happens because that will make my excitement even, you know, more higher. But I really enjoyed the first Spider-Man Homecoming. And, yeah, I can't wait to see the second one. Not really much else to say because it's just a new title that's been announced. That's funny. It's funny how it's Tom Holland who revealed the title, and then it was actually confirmed that is the actual title because some people were wondering if he was trolling us or not. No, it's the actual title. So, yeah, I think it's a cool title. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I love how he's keeping this meme going that he just spoils everything that has to do with Marvel. I love that he's keeping that up. Yeah. But personally, I love the title, actually. I think it's a really cool title. You know, now, like you said, we really don't know what it means, but I personally really like it. You know, nothing much to say. It's just really a title reveal, but, you know, I am looking forward to the sequel a lot. I thought Spider-Man Homecoming was absolutely incredible. It's, like, very high on, like, my favorite MCU films. So, yeah, I'm excited for the sequel.
You have any thoughts, Andrew?
Nah, I mean, I remember when Spider-Man Homecoming was the announced as the title, everyone was like, what the fuck? This is a terrible title. But, I mean, this one's a lot better, in my opinion. But I'm just hoping for a great movie. I don't really care for the title of the movie, to be honest.
Okay. So we have Danny Westman says, there's going to be another Spider-Man spinoff with the villain Morbius the Vampire with Jared Leto.
Yeah, this was confirmed today. This was confirmed today, actually.
Oh. Okay, so Jared Leto has the Joker movie, and he has this. So
yes.
All right, I've never even heard of that villain, Morbius the Vampire.
I don't really remember that villain, to be honest with you. So I'm morbidly curious to see what they could do with it. But
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully he does a better job with this than he does with Joker.
Yeah.
And Danny Z says, so excited for Far From Home. Very happy to hear Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio. But, I mean, again, it's in talks. It's not official yet. It might be official soon. We don't know. I hope it's official. But right for now, it's not official yet. He's in talks to play Mysterio. So
yes.
All right. And that's all my movie topics. So, Double Nine, if you have any movie topics, you can share them.
Literally, those were my only two movie topics.
All right.
All right, so Andrew.
Alrighty, folks. Let's get cracking. All right. So, the untitled Men in Black spin-off movie adds Kumail Nanjiani to the list. This is something. I mean, I'm not that. I'm more intrigued by this than I want to say excited because of the talent involved. You already got Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, and I really like Kumail Nanjiani. He great in The Big Sick last year. Also, I hear nothing but great things from him in Silicon Valley. So, I mean, I think this is just something that interests me. It's coming out next year. It's, again, like I said, it doesn't have a title. Something that I'm not excited for because it's something that I feel like we just don't need. And I don't know how well it's going to turn out. But just something I'm intrigued by because of the talent involved. And I just adding Kumail Nanjiani intrigues me more to see how this turns out.
Yeah. Yeah, the only movie I've seen him in that I remember off the top of my head is The Big Sick. That was like the first time I saw him. And, he gave a really good impression on that. So I'm sure he'll be, a good addition to that new Men in Black movie. I'm not too hyped for it. Maybe a trailer or something will change my mind. But as of now, it's like when I hear about 2019 movies that are coming out, when you tell me a Men in Black reboot, I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah,
as opposed to other movies coming out, so...
The only reason I'm looking forward to that is because Liam Neeson is going to apparently be in it, and
Liam Neeson, yeah, he's also.
So I'm a sucker for anything he's in. So fuck it. If he's the main motivation for me to get excited for this, then fuck it.
Okay, fair enough.
Remember when I was really excited for Chappie Diego because Hugh Jackman was going to be in it, and Neil Blomkamp?
Yeah, I know. I was really excited for that.
Yeah, I was.
And that movie wasn't good.
Fun fact: that was the very first movie review I ever did on my channel.
Yeah. So, do you have any thoughts on that 99 at all?
No, nothing much really. I mean, the Man in Black reboot is. I don't know if we necessarily really need it all that much. I mean, it's only been 6 years since the last one, so. I don't know really. I'm not saying I'm like dreading this or anything. They got talented people behind it, so it's not like it looks like an absolute train wreck or anything. But I am morbidly curious in it. But I'd rather it just be maybe a fourth one with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. But it seems like that's not going to happen.
Yeah, because they're both great in the movie, despite the fact that
they're like
honestly, other than the first one, which I liked a lot. I wasn't too crazy about the second or the third one, but even then, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are very strong in those movies, regardless. So I really like that chemistry.
Yeah, they're like one of my favorite duos of all time, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, they're a really great duo. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So what's your other topics, Andrew?
All right. My next topic is something that I just found out about the other day. Something that interests me. Because, again, just talent involved. There's going to be a Stephen King Boogeyman movie. And it's just been announced the other day that it's getting the writers from Stranger Things.
Ooh, okay.
And the producers from A Quiet Place.
Oh.
So, this is something that interests me. I don't know. I mean, the Boogeyman could legitimately be anything. I mean, and I'm just excited. Not excited again, like more interested and intrigued because they got the Stranger Things writers, and I love Stranger Things. I think it's personally one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And right now, A Quiet Place is my favorite movie of the year, and they got those producers. So I think they got pretty good talent on their hands when it comes to that stuff, and just excited to see what becomes of this.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember doing a top 5 Stephen King film adaptations on my channel, and I remember thinking the 5 movies I had on my list were like the only ones that like I really loved from a Stephen King novel, an adaptation Stephen King novel. I feel like even though he has a lot, I feel like I only love very few of them. you know. So
What about
doing this with Stranger Things writers and producer Quiet Place, it does have my intrigue. Not saying I'm super excited or anything, but it does make it more intriguing considering I love the show Stranger Things, I love the movie Quiet Place, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree with you with the Stephen King thing. I mean, off the top of my head, The Shining, you got
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me, Misery.
Misery is a great one.
What the fuck's the I'm blanking here, and
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption, yeah.
Yeah, why the fuck couldn't I think of that one? Shawshank Redemption.
I like Carrie a lot. Carrie's a good one.
Yeah, Carrie's a great one.
Christine's another solid one. And then you got It. And
the Green Mile. Yeah, that's the one
The Green Mile. There we go.
Yeah, no, and then the one that came out last year. I loved that one personally. I mean, and I know there are some people who love the Tim Curry version. I personally think that one's but yeah. I don't know when this is coming out, but it should be interesting. I know It Chapter 2 comes out next year.
Yep.
So we shall see.
You have any thoughts on that, Double Nine? On this?
This sounds intriguing. The fact that they've got the Stranger Things writers and the Quiet Place producers going behind this should be rather interesting. Stephen King adaptations are kind of mixed with me, but I'm more really curious to see what they could do with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and any more movie topics, Andrew?
That is it.
Okay, so we have now we're going to transition to TV.
Ooh.
Ace is in the live chat. Hello, Aces.
Hello, sir.
So now I have 3 TV topics. Once again, 3 topics of another thing. So
Trace movie topics.
First, I have a review of Westworld season 2 because that finished on Sunday. That's the premiere. So I've talked about Westworld before on this podcast. I'll just briefly go over my thoughts on season 1. Season 1 is phenomenal. I think it's an A+ show. It's definitely one of the most thought-provoking and creative, innovative shows I've seen in a long time. And it's a show that is very smart and very entertaining. And as you're watching it, you're like, it really makes you think a lot after too about it. It's like, wow, could this mean this? Could this mean something that I'm not really understanding at the moment? Or I don't know. But season 2 came out this year. And I got to tell you, I love season 1. I love season 2 as well. Kind of hard to say if I like it more than season 1 because I will say this. If you thought season 1 was like thought-provoking or hard to understand, you ain't seen nothing yet because season 2 is even more so, thought-provoking. And the finale is just one big what the fuck moment. Like the last 30 minutes, you're like, what is going on? My brain is being literally destroyed. But I loved it so much. Now there's 3 episodes that stick out to me as the absolute best in this season. You have episode 4, episode 8, and the season finale. Those 3 are like A+ material. Like they're phenomenal. And and that's not to say the other episodes aren't good. Like the other episodes are really good. It's more like season 1 ends off in a cliffhanger, and season 2 pretty much builds off of what happens in the end of season 1. So you get a lot of crazy shit going on. But I love it, man. It's a really great show. It's even hard to really explain what the plot is in a very simple way because there's so much going on. It's like, oh man, like I don't even know how to explain this to someone who doesn't watch the show. But you watch it and you appreciate everything about it, from the writing, from a directing standpoint, from all the performances. Once again, everyone kills it. And there's some new additions, so we get some new characters that are very likable, that are very intriguing, and you get more backstory, which is really good. HBO is known for producing some great quality, and Westworld is no exception. Season 2 is brilliant. What the ending really means, who knows? It's really hard to say a definite answer, but what I will say is I'm totally excited for season 3. They have announced season 3, so it's not a spoiler that I'm saying season 3 is the thing.
Yeah.
But, yep, I absolutely loved it. And I will say this: if you are not watching, if you have never seen Westworld, you're really missing out because it's something different. And I think we need more shows like Westworld. You know, shows that are not only entertaining but very smart and treats its audience like they are smart people. You know, they don't spoon feed information or just explosions and action for 60 minutes, and then that's it. You can call it a day. You know, so. All right, so Sammy says, still need to finish season 2 of Westworld, but I am loving it so far and can't wait to finish the rest. You are in for a treat, Sammy. I can tell you that right now.
I know. I mean, I saw season 1 and absolutely fucking loved it. Probably one of the best things I've ever seen. Just ever. But once I'm done with Game of Thrones, which it'll come eventually, but I know the next thing I want to watch is Westworld season 2.
I must ask, what season are you on, Andrew?
I haven't started season 4 yet. I have finished the first 3. I just been preoccupied doing other stuff that I have planned. So
yeah.
Yay.
All right. So my next 2 topics are premiere dates for shows. My next one I want to talk about is a show I love. I think it's fantastic. I don't think it gets enough recognition, despite the fact that it gets a lot of praise. And that is Better Call Saul.
Oh,
Better Call Saul is it's a spin-off and a prequel to Breaking Bad. It's based off of Saul Goodman, who is a character in Breaking Bad, a lawyer, and you get to see the origins of Saul Goodman. And it actually ties in stuff. You get to meet other Breaking Bad characters, and yeah. So season 4 will premiere this summer, August 6th on AMC.
Yeah, boy.
4 will premiere. Very excited. I love the show. I think if you're a huge Breaking Bad fan, you will definitely appreciate this show because there's some episodes that don't just focus on Saul. There's episodes that focus on other characters that you really care about, that you like a lot, and it's just really funny to see where everyone started and how they're progressing to be the people they already are when you meet them in Breaking Bad. It's just really interesting. It's really funny. What I love so much about this show too is that it relies very heavily on its screenplay. Now, what I mean by that is that it's just not Breaking Bad does have a lot of dialogue. If you watch the show as it goes on, it just gets crazier, and then shit starts to happen. Better Call Saul doesn't really have that. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of scenes of people just having conversations about stuff. But the writing is so good. The dialogue is so witty, and it's such a entertaining show that you don't mind that. And that is what I call good writing. Because if you can rely your movie on just dialogue and screenplay without any action or anything like that, I think you have something very special. Like look at the movie 12 Angry Men. Or The Social Network, those movies don't have any action, but they're just talking and they're amazing. So
even The Dark Knight, which is my favorite movie of all time, I think the best parts are just them talking.
Yeah,
because the screenplay is just so well done. My favorite scene in that movie is the interrogation scene. I just think that's just so well done, and even though there's not a lot of action going on in that scene, I'm so invested because of how well the screenplay is written.
Yeah, and that's the case with Better Call Saul. So, and what's great about it too is that it's not like you need to watch Breaking Bad to love Better Call Saul. No, I think it stands on its own as just a great show.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, do you watch the show, Double Nine?
I haven't seen it as of late, but I do want to try and catch up on it because I do love Breaking Bad a lot, and from what I've seen, it's really good.
Yeah, season 3 ends off in a very crazy note. You're like, what the fuck's gonna happen next? And yeah, I have to wait a year to see what happens next. But yeah, I'm very excited. So, all right, and the next premiere date. I think all you guys want to talk about this.
Oh, yes.
This was announced today.
It was literally announced today.
In a very clever and funny way, might I add. About one of the very best shows on Netflix original series, for sure. BoJack Horseman. So, everyone was wondering, when the hell is season 5 coming out? Because we're in summer, and like we didn't have a release date. We're like, what the hell's going on? Because it's been happening every year since it started being released. And someone had tweeted out, "Hey, when is season 5 coming out?" And BoJack Horseman, I gotta read this because this is just hilarious. He quotes a tweet, not retweets. He like quotes it and then says his tweet on top of that tweet. So the tweet says, "Tell us when season 5 is coming out." BoJack Horseman says, "Wow, congratulations! You are the billionth person to ask that question. Your prize is the answer. September 14th. Now, please stop asking me."
And did you please tell me you saw the conversation between him and Netflix?
Him and Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what? So whoever runs this account is a genius because it's exactly how BoJack would respond if he were to be an actual and it's just amazing. So September 14th will be the premiere date of season 5. Now, BoJack Horseman, it's funny, we've all talked about it on this podcast. Like I know Andrew saw it first. Then I saw it like months later, and Double Nine did a review on his channel. But then when I talked about it, he joined me on that. So we've all talked about it, and we are all. If you watched our previous episodes, you know that we all loved the show. That we all saw it and didn't expect to be it as good as it was. And you're like, wow, we expected maybe a comedy, and this is a comedy, but it's more of a drama.
Yeah,
and,
for real, yeah.
A very dark look at someone who has a lot of problems, and it's just. And the way he portrays mental illness, I think, is fantastic, too. Like, it portrays mental illness very well. Like, really well.
Yeah.
And, this is just a phenomenal show. It's funny. It's very heartfelt. There's some, like I said, I don't want to do my review of the show, but there are some, like, heartbreaking scenes in this show. And even, like, some moments you're like, oh, my God. A show about a horse that drinks and is a washed-up actor has a lot of heart and is, like, saying shit that's relevant and relatable. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being so like emotionally attached to it, you're almost where you're in fucking tears. What the fuck?
Yeah. And I cannot wait to see it. Like when it comes out on Netflix, I am totally gonna watch it. Like when it comes out that Friday. Like I'm just gonna watch it and watch the next day and probably finish it by that weekend, honestly. If you haven't,
I might just finish it that day, to be honest.
If you don't watch. If anyone who doesn't watch BoJack Horseman, you need to watch BoJack Horseman. It's phenomenal. So, how do you guys feel about season 5? You guys excited?
No, wait. This is like one of my most anticipated seasons ever for any show. I cannot wait for this. Okay, man. Like, dude. I have gone on to say that BoJack Horseman is probably the best show I've seen all this decade, and I still stand by that. This show is absolutely incredible. And I can't wait to see what season 5 has to offer. I cannot wait to see what this show still has to offer. Like, what shenanigans are we going to get ourselves into this time? Like, what is going to happen with this character next? And I'm ready. I want it now. I can't wait for it. So, yeah, I'm extremely ecstatic. Because Caden tagged me in the announcement, I literally almost fell because of how excited I got. I am ready for this, okay? I am like, yes, give me season 5.
What about you, Andrew? Are you excited?
I'm more than excited, bro. I remember watching it, and you said, I watched it before both of you, and I go, and I was texting you, and I go, dude, you gotta watch this show. Like, this show is like amazing, and I just remember after I was done with season 4, I'm like, all right, I had the privilege of having 4 seasons already out, so like. I finished the first season, all right, on to season 2, then on to season 3, then on to season 4. But once I was done with season 4, I was done. And I go, all right, I want more. And finally, we're getting more. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, same. I think it's going to be great, honestly. So, all right, and that's all my TV topics. So, Double Nine, do you have any TV topics?
I have a total of 2.
Okay.
Oh.
I have a total of 2. And they are, first being, HBO's Watchmen TV series has casted Jeremy Irons in its lead role.
Oh!
So...
Scar himself.
So, I am, this came, I believe, a few days ago. I am very interested to see, who he plays, honestly.
Oh, okay, so they haven't announced who he's playing?
Yeah, they just said they cast him in a lead role, apparently.
Oh. All right, yeah, because I'm trying to remember from the movie who the main character is, because I don't even know if there is
Maybe he's Rorschach. I don't know.
That could work, yeah. He's my favorite character of them all, honestly. He's the one that's most interesting to me.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, he was phenomenal in that.
I still haven't seen the movie, so I can't tell which character is my favorite. What'd you say?
Watch it.
Watch it. I'm very excited to see. I am looking forward to the show. I think, it could be interesting to see this take, because I think this would work more as a show because I know how big the graphic novel is. And but I am interested. I'm even more interested now that the fact that Jeremy Irons is cast as the lead role, because Jeremy Irons is a fantastic actor. So, yeah. You guys got any thoughts about this?
I'm excited for the show. I think the movie is very underrated. I love the movie. I own it on Blu-ray. And the fact that HBO is willing to tackle on this, this source material that definitely has its fan base, but not the fan base isn't big enough, in my opinion. I'm excited for sure. And plus, I talked about HBO and talking about Westworld, and they produce fantastic quality. So, I mean, I can't see them really fucking up on this. So, yeah.
All right, Andrew?
No, I'm excited for it. I mean, I agree with pretty much with Diego. HBO produced some great shows, and the movie's pretty great too. So I think that they could explore more with more time, and I'm just personally really excited for it.
All I will say is that if the Watchmen were in the MCU facing against Thanos, the problem will be very quickly solved because they have Dr. Manhattan, and that's enough to destroy it.
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan can literally do anything. Like anything he wants, he can do.
Yes, anything.
He doesn't need any rings. He just do this. He'll like destroy the world. Yeah. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, my next TV topic and my last one is that Don Mancini, the creator of Child's Play, has announced that there will be a Child's Play TV series.
Oh boy.
That's not a reboot of the Child's Play series. It's going to be like a continuation. It's supposed. Oh, sorry, I froze for a second.
Yeah, you were cutting in and out.
Okay, but apparently, according to Don Mancini, this is a 8-part series. We don't have a release date yet, but I'm interested to see where it goes. I would rather them just do another movie, but I mean, if there is any ways to continue the story, find a way. I guess this is their way of doing that. So, yeah, I'm interested in it. I'm interested to see where it could go. So yeah. What about you guys?
What was the last Chucky movie? Do you know what's the name? Was it Curse of Chucky?
Cult of Chucky.
Is that the one where he's in the house and with the woman with the wheelchair? Is it that one?
No, that's Kurt.
Yeah, that one.
Cult came out last year.
Okay. All right. Well, the first 3 movies, I'm not saying they're great, but they are fun to watch. Like, the scene where he kills the fucking teacher with the ruler, oh my God. Like, it's just so over the top. And the teacher was like a horrible person, so I kind of felt like she deserved it. But yeah, like, these movies are fun to watch. So I guess hearing a TV show, it's random because I don't even know if it still has its fan base, honestly, Chucky. I would say he made a great...
it still does. I would say so.
I will say he made a great cameo in Ready Player One. But
yes.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm willing to give it a shot, I guess. So that's all I got to say about that.
My turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of the movies. I mean, I think the first one is fine. I mean, the last one I've seen was Seed of Chucky, and it's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. But I mean, cool, I guess. I mean, I probably won't watch it because I'm not a fan of the movies, so I just really have no interest. But if it's good, then more power to them, I guess.
Yeah. Is that all your TV topics, Double Nine?
Yeah, boy. All right, Andrew.
Okay. This is legitimately my last topic of the night. And it's not an announcement. It's just something I kind of wanted to discuss. And I know Double Nine, if you could join me on this if you want, but something that's just been kind of on my mind lately, and I kind of wanted to express my thoughts, and that is involving a certain wrestler, Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Just something that's been bothering me because he's still Universal Champion, has been for over 400 days now, and I know Double Nine and I talked on this briefly over on my channel when we reviewed Takeover Money in the Bank, but it has been reported that Brock Lesnar probably will be defending the title against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And that just really annoyed me because it felt like his whole title reign has just been a big problem to me. And I expressed more of my thoughts on it over on my channel with me and Double Nine. But it's just that, like, I felt this whole title reign has served. It was made for two things. One, to try and get Roman over, which isn't working and won't work at SummerSlam if they face. And they probably will face, and he'll probably win. The second thing is to break CM Punk's title reign. Not record breaking, but back in 2012, 2011, CM Punk won the title, held it for 434 days, which is kind of unheard of at the time. People rarely hold titles for longer than a year, and especially the main title. It was just something unheard of and just cool to see. And it was probably my favorite title reign in recent memory because I just thought what they did with Punk at the time was pretty cool. You know, he started off as face, and then in the middle of it, to keep things freshened up, he turned heel and held the title for 434 days. Finally lost it. The way he lost it was not good. I didn't agree with that, but still cool that he held it for as long as he did. About a month ago, I want to say maybe a month and a half ago, Brock Lesnar broke that. And it seemed that, and I'll tell you why it doesn't mean as much, is because Brock doesn't defend the title every week, or he every month. He doesn't show up every week. He's only defended the title 10 times. When CM Punk held the title, he defended it close to 200. That's a vast difference. I've always said that, a good title reign equals kind of two things: the length of it, and how many times you defend it. If you in Brock Lesnar's case, if you hold it for as long as he did but only defend it, that really means nothing. It means he didn't earn that time. Well, someone like Seth Rollins, who held it for like little over 70 days for the Intercontinental title, he defended it every single week on Raw, defended it all the time, had great matches all the time. That title reign was a great one, in my opinion, because he defended it all the time, even though the amount wasn't that long. And it could have been better if, he held it for longer and defended it as much as he did. But the fact that he held it for 72 and just defended it all the time, is saying a lot. While Brock Lesnar, who defended it a handful of times, held it for well over a year, means really nothing. And just something that's been bothering me is Brock Lesnar's character and how stale it has become. This isn't the first time we have seen Brock Lesnar hold the world title since he came back. I mean, when he came back in 2012, he's been a part-timer, which I'm completely fine with. I'm completely fine with him being the special attraction, him, coming on for the big events. Like, it's kind of like, oh, Brock Lesnar's around. Something big is about to happen. I'm okay with that. I'm just not okay with him holding a title because it devalues the title. It doesn't mean anything. And the WWE one, while I didn't agree with it, it was fine because of kind of the way it ended and because he did have some great matches. I mean, the match with John Cena at SummerSlam was pretty good. The triple threat match at the Rumble, which I saw live in person, is probably one of the best matches I've ever seen live. And the Roman Reigns match at Mania, which was the match that Seth cashed in on, was a pretty good match. My biggest problem with him this time is that the matches have become stale, repetitive. It's the same thing, him beating up on the guy, doing the same two moves. Or, in the case of Samoa Joe, him getting his ass kicked, and then all of a sudden coming back, hitting one at F5, and then the match is done. That's not boring. That doesn't mean anything. And it just makes everybody look very, very weak, especially since they're doing all this really to make Roman Reigns look strong. And that's just something that's really bothered me. And I just wanted to just kind of talk about it a little bit. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it other than complain on the internet, which seems to be the fucking thing to do nowadays. But just wanted to express my thoughts on it.
I mean, Double Nine, something happened with his internet, so he'll be back in a minute. But so do you think he'll be champion for long still? Or
like I said, I think he's got about another. Well, I don't know when. SummerSlam's in August, the end of August, so I say he's got about like 2 more months with the title, and then he's dropping it to Roman Reigns, which like he faced, like I thought, like my biggest problem with him having it when he first won it is because it, like, right before he won it, it came out that they want the main event to WrestleMania. The one that just passed. And so the one that just happened was 34. Right when WrestleMania 33 was happening, a report came out that they wanted the main event for WrestleMania 34 to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title, which is what we got. But at the time, I had a problem with him winning it because I knew he was going to hold it for a year only to drop it to Roman, and then, he's facing some of my favorite guys, like Samoa Joe, like Braun Strowman, and making them look weak, and then, even, like, before the Royal Rumble this year, which I go, well, what are they going to have Roman win the Rumble again? That's going to go over like a fart in church. Luckily, Roman didn't win the Rumble, but then, he was in the Elimination Chamber match, and it was something that we saw before, and Roman won. And then, I go, this whole title reign was just made so Roman can defeat the almighty Brock Lesnar. And Roman lost. And then Roman got a rematch, lost that. And after he lost that rematch, it was clear to me that, yes, they're going to have Roman win it. But they want to break Punk's title reign because, they want his name erased from the history books because Punk doesn't like them. And, I think Roman wins it at SummerSlam, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Which is a terrible thing because give it to somebody that deserves it, like Braun Strowman. And you know what? I know if you want to see me and Double Nine's thoughts on it, and the Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman won it. I could 100% seeing Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar and then doing what they did, like with the Daniel Bryan or what Sheamus did to him, and having Braun cash in on him immediately. And that just, they got to stop with this like whole thing with Roman Reigns because it just hasn't worked. They've tried since the beginning of 2014. No, the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. So like 3 years now, really. They've tried to put Roman over.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't worked.
Yeah, I got you.
They've done everything by making him the underdog like Daniel Bryan. Doesn't work. They've tried making him like Stone Cold. That didn't work. So they're just forcing him down our throats, and it's gotten back to the point where he could very much improve, but just people don't like him to the point where it's just not going to work, and they're just going to reject him because of how much he's been shoved down our throats.
Damn. That's a shame.
And I have nothing personal against the guy, and I legitimately feel bad for the guy as a person because you could see he's trying his hardest. You know, he's doing what he's told, and he's trying his hardest. He might not be the best in the ring. He might not be the best on the mic, but, you know, he has vastly improved since he started. It's, like, obvious. But, like, he's trying his hardest, and it's really more on, you know, WWE's fault that he can't get over because they're just not writing him well.
Yeah. All right, so Double Nine still having some internet problems, so I guess we can just wait a little bit till he comes back.
Yeah.
Because I have no more topics for tonight, and I know he has like one topic for music, and I think one for video games. So,
well, something I guess we could talk about while we wait is I guess our thoughts on the picture that was released today for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Leonardo DiCaprio on his Instagram posted a picture of him and Brad Pitt as the characters are playing in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And, yeah, this internet is circulating around the internet. And I'm just very excited for this damn movie, honestly. I just want to see it already.
Yeah.
I just want to see it, like, now.
Yeah, no, it's my most anticipated of next year. I haven't been this excited for a movie since Logan. Yeah. I mean, I was very excited for The Credibles, don't get me wrong, but I mean, like, my hype for Logan was, like, over the top.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's going to be a terrific film, honestly. Yeah, I know it's early to say that, but honestly, with the premise and with everything, it's going to be great. So
yeah, I just can't wait. I want to see what everybody else looks like, to be honest. Especially Margaret Robbie as Sharon Tate.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, so Double Nine, do you have any thoughts on Brock Lesnar and WWE?
I think this whole fucking title reign is pointless.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it is just a big fuck you to CM Punk. That's all this title reign is.
What did I say?
And Finn Balor should be the Universal Champion. That's all I've really got to say.
Yeah, no, I was saying how, like, this is, I pretty much said this title reign was for two things, to break Punk's, his title reign, to surpass that, so they can erase that from the record books, and so Roman Reigns can get over, which isn't going to work, because they've tried it many times already, and it just hasn't worked.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for TV?
Yeah, that's it for television.
All right, so are there any video game topics from you guys?
I got none.
I have uno.
All right, go ahead, share it.
I have one, and that is all right. So my one video game topic is that this past Monday night, we got revealed what the pre-order bonus will be for WWE 2K19.
Oh yeah, maybe that should be something I talk about as well.
And so we see a commercial. I remember exactly how it went. So we see a commercial on Raw. Everyone's like taking off masks. And we first see Daniel Bryan. He goes like, he's an underdog. And then we see Jeff Hardy. He goes, he's a daredevil. And then we see The Miz. He goes, he's a pest. And then Asuka says respect. Bobby Lashley says heart. Bobby Roode says he's glorious. Charlotte says he has tradition. And then the last person, he takes off his mask. He has Rey Mysterio, and he goes, I'm back. And then it says pre-order and play as Rey Mysterio. I'm like, yes. Like, I legit got chills from that. I'm like, yes. Like, we heard some rumors that the pre-order bonus could have been Ronda Rousey. But what a 180. Like, really, what a 180 this was. Because I did not expect this. I did not expect Rey Mysterio to be the pre-order bonus for this year. And it's going to be good to play as him again and not a career wrestler. So that's always a bonus. So, yeah. I was already going to pre-order the game no matter what. Now this is an even bigger motivation to pre-order the game as well. So I can't wait for that. How about you, Andrew?
No, this is really cool. I mean, it's funny because in the past, I mean, since I believe Brock Lesnar was the pre-order bonus, everybody has returned. You know, Brock Lesnar was the pre-order bonus.
No, Rock was the pre-order bonus for WWE 12. Just Brock was just in...
No, like, Brock was the pre-order bonus for something.
No, he wasn't. It was Rock. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. He was in the game. He was in the game, but he wasn't the pre-order bonus.
All right, but Batista definitely was the pre-order bonus, and he came back. And then...
Goldberg was the pre-order bonus.
Goldberg, and then... I mean, last year, Kurt Angle was the pre-order bonus. So, pretty great pre-order bonuses.
Yes. Sting was the Ultimate Warrior, and they all returned.
Yeah, I mean, Ultimate Warrior, rest in peace. But, yeah, no, I'm excited.
For some fucking reason, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the pre-order bonus at one point.
Mike Tyson was a pre-order bonus? Like, what the fuck? Would you like to see Mike Tyson wrestle Diego?
Robin?
Would you like to see Mike Tyson wrestle?
Not really. No.
I honestly I do remember. Yeah, because I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger being the pre-order bonus because they had a Terminator attire.
It's pretty cool and pretty weird at the same time.
Yeah, it was like, why is Arnold Schwarzenegger in a fucking WWE game?
All right, is that all you got to say about that, Double Nine? Is that all you got to say about that?
Durst was... I mean, one time Fred Durst was in a WWE game, so...
Sure.
That's all I got to say, really, about that. I can't wait.
All right. So, do we have any music topics tonight?
I got 2.
I got none.
All right, Andrew. Double Nine, go ahead.
What about you, Diego? You got any?
No.
Damn. I'm stacking up tonight. Oh, no. I'm kidding. But I do have 2 music topics. My first one is pretty big. Actually, Diego, you can join me on this because I know you want to join me on this one.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So recently I heard. So apparently Matt Bellamy, who is the lead singer of Muse, of course, was doing an interview. And he said that he was hinting towards that possible new song was going to release and that an album might be released in November.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not like I almost had a heart attack and freaked out for like 5 minutes. Hold on. It was freezing again, but like I was trying to say, I'm excited.
Oh hell yeah, I'm excited too. I'm really excited as well. It's like my most anticipated album of the year, honestly.
When is it coming out?
What?
November.
Yeah, they said there's been like a rumor that it's possibly coming out in November, and I'm excited as hell, honestly. As you all know, Muse is one of my favorite bands of all time. I primarily go back and forth with them, Nirvana and Green Day, as who's possibly my favorite band, to be honest with you. They are one of the most talented talented things on the face of the planet. All three of them do the part very well. And I personally enjoyed all their albums. I think the band hasn't made a single bad album yet. And hopefully this is another great.
I agree.
Latest I enjoyed the song "Thought Contagion," so hopefully the next song that they have released for it could be really good as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited as hell for it. This is definitely going to be my most anticipated album for the rest of this year, easily. So yeah, well, if it does come out this year, like I said, it's just a rumor right now. But yeah, I'm excited as hell for it. How about you, Diego?
Oh yeah, I'm hyped as hell too. Muse is my favorite band, and yeah, I mean anything Muse does, I'm in. So
yeah,
very excited to see what they would have in store for us if this album were to come out in November. So
yes, I hope it does come out in November because I still want them to keep up with their tradition of releasing an album every 3 years. I would hate to see that tradition get broken. So I hope they at least get the album out by November, or at least by the end of this year at least. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Whenever it comes out, I'm excited for it because like I said, they're a great band. So yeah, and I listen to them all the time. Really helps me a lot whenever I listen to them. So yeah, they're a great band, and I'm excited for the next project. Andrew, you got any thoughts about this?
Yeah, no, I love Muse. They're great, and Thought Contagion is one of my favorite songs of the year, and I cannot wait for their new album.
And it's one of the playlists on Spotify that has like a lot of songs too. Like Best of Muse of the MTVM.
Yeah, that we did. We did a whole top 10 list.
Top 10, and yeah, this goes to show you that they have a lot of great songs. So
absolutely. All right. So I guess the last topic for music and the last topic for the night is going to be my review for 9 Inch Nails' Bad Witch. This is the newest. This is the 9th studio album from, of course, 9 Inch Nails, who are one of my favorite bands of all time. Speaking of that, 9 Inch Nails, originally their concept is that they were going to release 2 EPs. Well, their original concept was to release a trilogy of EPs, but they decided to scrap that with this last one and make it their next studio album. Now, this is their shortest studio album, as it's only 6 songs and it's only a half hour. But what they're able to cram into there is absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. I personally love both sides of 9 Inch Nails. I love the very aggressive, very in-your-face industrial rock side of them, but I also love the very electronic and very atmospheric side of them as well. I believe whatever these guys what Trent Reznor and gang have in store is just amazing, and Bad Witch is no exception to that. This album is very atmospheric, leaves you with a lot of questions, and that's not bad. And I just felt so mesmerized. Like, I'm in love. This is such a very thought-provoking, very just, it really grabs your ear, honestly, and just makes you listen. Like, songs like Play the Goddamn Part that have, like, saxophones to them. There's never been a 9 Inch Nails song that has a saxophone to it, but this does. On the Door. Over and Out is one of my favorite songs of the entire year. Phenomenal. This is just easily just a very atmospheric and very just thought-provoking album that just had me invested throughout the entire half hour of it. And I wanted more. Like, I was like, I want to hear more of this. Like, this is amazing. And this is probably my favorite so far, to be honest with you. This is absolutely phenomenal. If you have not heard it yet, you should definitely check it out. It's very unique and very different. Also, 9 Inch Nails is a band where I feel like You're not going to fully get it on the first listen. I do think you have to listen to the album a couple more times to kind of fully grasp of what they're trying to say.
Yes.
They're definitely one of those bands. And that's not a bad thing, because you can't always get the answers on your first anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, this is an album that I feel like everyone should experience. Nine Inch Nails is the fact that that's 2018 and Trent Reznor still has, a vision and a mind for what he wants for his music is still incredible. So overall on a grade, I would give this a 4.5 out of 5. Very, very, I'm talking very, very close to a 5 out of 5, honestly. This is an absolutely phenomenal album in my opinion. Beautiful piece of music. Definitely, quite possibly my favorite album of the year so far. Nine Inch Nails just knocking out of the park once again.
Nice.
Yeah, incredible album. Highly recommend it.
All right, awesome. And that concludes tonight's episode of the MTVM podcast. Now, I actually want to ask you guys something because next Wednesday is 4th of July. And I like to imagine that on 4th of July, people have plans. People are going to be doing shit because it is a holiday. So I was wondering if you guys would like to do it next Tuesday night instead? Or does another day work for you? What do you guys?
Wait, you said Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I was thinking because Wednesday,
okay.
I imagine, things are going to happen.
Okay,
so.
No, I mean, Tuesday works for me.
What about you?
I think Tuesday could be fine for me. I think it should be.
Okay, all right. So then we'll have episode 30 next Tuesday because on Wednesday, everyone has off from work or school, and people like to get together on that day. So
I find it hilarious that the next podcast was supposed to be on 4th of July. That's fucking funny.
Yeah. So it falls on a Wednesday, which is pissing off a lot of people too, because it usually falls on a Friday or weekend, and then people have to go back to work the next day, so they can't go as crazy as they usually go. But yeah. So next Tuesday night, next Tuesday 8 p.m. Eastern will be episode 30. And I want to thank you guys again for joining me on this podcast. I had a fun time, despite the fact we didn't have many topics, but it's okay. We got a lot done, and I want to thank everyone in the live chat. Thank you, Aces, for saying it's a great show. I thought it was a great show too. So, do you guys have anything you guys want to say before I end the broadcast?
Thank you all for watching the MTVM podcast, episode number 29.
Yes.
Fun, and see you next Tuesday for episode 30.
All right, and Andrew.
No, despite it was a pretty short episode, but I still had a great time. I know I have something pretty cool planned next podcast, so I'm excited for that. And it is episode 30, so that's also pretty cool. So gonna be a great show next week.
Yes, it will. All right, so until then, I'll see you guys next week. Same time, different day, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.